Divine evening, everyone, and welcome to the new and improved Collective Consciousness. My name's Tiny. I'm the host of this show, and I'd love to welcome you to the show where we focus on expanding your consciousness. Now, yesterday, I reached the 1-year anniversary for Collective Consciousness, and I'm going to switch it up on you guys just a little bit. I'm getting more specific and dialing in to who it is I'm looking to help. So this channel is dedicated for individuals who might be experiencing unresolved traumas, blockages in their life, things that are preventing them from reaching their ultimate goals. Here, we focus on dismantling any of the beliefs that are holding us back, any of the, limitations that society or the expectations of other people that have been put on us. Here we liberate ourselves from that, focusing on healing, growth, and creating balance in a mind, body, and spirit level. So if that is an individual like yourself who is looking for spiritual healing, who is looking for balance on all levels, then this show is for you. Today, we're talking about the importance of routines and how that is received by the universe. Let's get started. Welcome back, everyone. Now, real quick, before we move forward, I need you to take a moment, if you have not already, smash the subscribe button and also throw us a thumbs up. It definitely helps out the channel. And hey, if you like this content, at the end, share it with somebody else who you think this resonates with. Like I said, today we are talking about the power of routines. But before we get into that, I kind of want to tell you guys a story. Back in 2017, I would probably say that was my hardest year of my life, the most challenging, absolutely. And I lost everything. Everything. Like anything that I had worked for, I lost it in that year. Like home, car accident, relationship, job, even family. I really disjointed from some of my family for a few years. Due to some things that went down in 2017. And I'm not going to go into crazy detail, but I was homeless for a summer, pretty much. I had a place to live, but it was not my place. It was with other people. I stayed on a friend's couch in Vegas for a week with my giant dog, in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm very blessed to have had people in my life who have been there for me in my time of need. Some people don't have that, but it took me to lose absolutely everything before I came to a space to where I wanted to change things in my life. I have always been told that, oh, you've got so much potential. And it's just that's great, but what does someone do with potential? You have to take action, and I wasn't taking action in my life. I was pacifying through a lot of different mediums of traumas that I had not dealt with. And I lost a lot of my morals around that time, just a little bit before that time. But I was doing things that didn't demand respect for myself, for my being. And so I was creating a world of chaos around me. And it took me to get everything stripped away, to find this sort of sense of, it's just crazy. Okay, it's crazy. People don't turn to God or spiritual things until everything else has been exhausted, right? Oh, I've got this illness, and I went to the doctors said this, I got a second opinion, they said that. And then, I tried to do a holistic thing and that did, and I tried to do this kind of treatment and that didn't. Well, I guess I'll turn to God now, and it's crazy because that should be kind of the first thing that you do instead of, you know what I mean? We are spiritual beings. So we came into this planet to have a physical experience, to learn how to live and deal and grow through emotions, to find your way back to divinity in a place where it's meant to be forgotten about, right? We come here, we completely forget the magnificence of who we are, the extension of the creative source that we are, right? So we come here and we forget about our divinity. We forget that we are powerful beyond measure. And we go through these things called human emotions. And the whole purpose is to find your way back to that gratitude, to that bliss, to that joy that you once had when you were only in spiritual form, right? So it's just interesting to me how people always turn to spirit last after they've tried everything else. And that's backwards. And the reason being is because everything manifests in everything manifests in the spiritual before it manifests in the physical. So if there's something going on in your energetic field, an imbalance, a blockage, anything like that, it's going to manifest in physical ways and often causing physical illnesses. So if we get to the root of the issue and balance energetically, then everything else kind of falls into place. So the question is, well, okay, so what do you do to create a balance? Now, it's crazy because we as humans, we are people of order. We are people of routine. We are people of, schedule. We are very timely individuals. The universe doesn't really have time. That doesn't really exist outside of, what we do here on Earth. And the reason time was invented is because it calculates the lifespan of man, right? We assume that we're going to live about 100 years, right? And we base our whole entire life off of that expectancy. So, what's your point, Tiny? What are you talking about? All right, let me sew it all together for you. Let me bring it full circle. So when it comes down to communicating and demanding something from the universe, the act of ritual or the act of routine makes that manifest happen a lot quicker and a lot stronger. And the reason is because when you dedicate yourself to a routine, when you dedicate yourself to a ritual, there is a level of belief that goes into it. And, belief is key. Y'all don't have to excuse me. The new and improved collective consciousness, we got a little tea time with Tiny, okay? But, so to bring it full circle, when you create a ritual, when you create a routine, the universe responds because that is you putting out the vibration of a non-negotiable. It hits a little different when you give the universe a non-negotiable. When you're like, no, I am doing this, or I am this, or whatever your manifestation is. When you tell the universe as if there is no other option, the universe responds as if there is no other option, right? The key is buried in your belief. Whatever it is we believe, whatever the energy we are putting out, and I know I've said this many times, if you are a collective consciousness subscriber, then you know the energy you put out is the energy you receive, correct? So if you're putting out an energy of routine, of structure, of organization, then what happens is that's going to create a balance of organization, structure in mind, body, and spirit. Right? Because your body has to follow the routine every day. Your mind is now conditioned to do that. And spirit is, that is the essence of everything. So when you put that vibration out, spirit responds, the universe responds, right? Okay, let's take a sip on that real quick. Okay, so what about this routine? I have studied successful people for, I would say, about 7 years now. And one thing that I've noticed is that all successful people, all people that strive for so much more in this life, they have a higher level of discipline. And discipline is a sense of self-love. Because think about it, when you were a kid, your mother got you up, made sure you brushed your teeth, made sure that you washed up before you got dressed, before you went to school, right? Made sure that you ate something so that you can, and there was a routine there. Every day you got up at the same time, you did this, you did that. And your mother made sure that you were in the place where you needed to be, right? Or whoever your guardian was growing up. They made sure that you finished the homework after dinner or before dinner. They made sure that, and my mom, in fact, used to make me do book reports in the summertime. And I used to hate it as a kid. I mean, honestly, it made me a super fast, avid, and efficient reader. So I'm grateful for that. But as a kid, I did not like having to write about Huckleberry Finn while my friends were probably, I don't know, outside doing whatever. But that discipline is what shaped me to who I am today. So we have to do that same type of discipline with ourselves. And what do I mean by that? That is a form of self-love. Like a mother disciplines her child in order to shape them into the person that she, knows that child could be. You have to have that same sort of self-love. So creating a routine creates that discipline. And discipline is currency. So we've talked about this as well. Everything requires currency in life. You can't just take something for nothing, right? There's a currency for everything. I want to lose weight. The currency is eating well and working out, right? Or, and when I say well, I mean, healthy. And working out, that is the currency. That is the effort you put behind it to get what it is that you want. I want $1 million. Well, there's got to be some kind of investment effort. There's got to be it takes money to make money, right? It takes energy to make money. It takes attraction to make money. So, I mean, I could attract $1 million, absolutely, but that's still a currency. I have to put that frequency out in order to receive it. There's a currency for everything, right? So when you do a routine, that discipline acts as currency. And my routine is something that creates a balance, mind, body, and spirit. I released a video yesterday on social media. So if you follow me on social media, then you would have seen that I just created a course. I love what we do here every week. I love the little bits of information and the ways that I get to come and serve you. But it's not enough for me. And I'm wondering, in fact, I know it's not enough for you guys either. A lot of people that have been on this journey with me, and I appreciate every single one of you. We have made it into a year. It's just, I can't even believe it. We've made it. And we're taking steps forward. And I want to extend my hand with you guys because I am really focusing on how I can best serve the people who I'm here to serve. And I know that in the last year specifically, since the pandemic, things have been a little difficult for people. There have been a lot of things that have bubbled up to the surface in families. There have been a lot of loss in families. There has been issues with jobs, with finances, a lot of upheaval in our economic system and our society, right? The societal norms. We are evolving past this. And when it comes to evolving, when it comes to growing, when it comes to moving forward, when it comes to that energetic shift, we too have to shift. And it's impossible to do that if there's something that's holding you back. Like I said, in 2017, I had all of these things go wrong because there was something holding me back. It was me. It was the expectations that I I lived up to or tried to live up to of other people. It was the labels that were put on me throughout my life that I believed. You know, we did an episode a few weeks ago about busting limiting beliefs. That is so important because ever since we were born, we're told we were born dirty and born of sin, right? And that will never measure up. That is such a planetary mindset. You are magnificent. We are all extensions of the creative source. You are pieces, literally pieces of God. We are all gods and goddesses. And until you realize that, until you're able to fully embrace that mentality, you will continue to limit yourself. And that's not fair to you because we all come here to live a blissful, abundant, joyful life full of gratitude and love and compassion. And if that's not the life you're living, then there is room for improvement. And where there is room for improvement, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So I've created a 7-week journey for people who are experiencing unresolved traumas or something that's blocking them from reaching their full potential. If you feel angry or depressed or unworthy, I've been there. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to not know what to do next. I know what it feels like to pacify with alcohol or other substances to numb the pain, to numb the emotion. How long are we going to keep doing that? How much pain is that going to cause you in the future? I promise the transformation is not easy. It takes hard work, dedication, and the discipline that we've been talking about. But in this 7-week journey, I have created not only a routine, but a set of activities and a set of different workshops for us to go through, tools for you to use to help balance and heal from any of these traumas, anything that's emotionally holding us back, the beliefs that we tell ourselves. Tony Robbins calls it BS, belief system, bullshit. He's like, it's the same thing. It's bullshit. Because a belief is something that we believe to be true. So if you are an individual who is experiencing things such as blockages, such as unresolved traumas, I have something for you. I'm creating a community. And down below, I have created a Facebook page. And I want us to grow and develop within this page. I want us to show each other that we're here for each other and move forward. And if you are that individual that I just described, who is struggling, who is angry, who is tired, who is looking for more, who is looking for balance, if that is you, then we have some work to do. I have created this course, and if you join the Facebook page, it is under review at the moment. I was supposed to release it by today, but it's under review to make sure that it is compliant with federal laws and things like that. So definitely, the link will be down below. Be sure to join the Facebook page, and I will let everyone know when that is going to be available. But the time is now. How long are you going to keep living with this blockage? If not now, when? If not this course, then what? And if not with me, who? That is all I have for you guys today. I hope you have a magical, blissful, amazing, abundant day. And we will see y'all next week. And y'all better come to the Facebook page. And again, if you like this episode, definitely smash the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share this with somebody else who you think it'll resonate with. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you next week. Asè and Namaste.
Right.